Hey all you crafters out there, Matthew here again with the Home Pro Shop Bottle Cutters Club. And today we're going to do a simple little project, and it's going to be a toothbrush stand. We got a beer bottle, empty beer bottle, and we got a toothbrush which will sit in there like that. And this isn't a really crazy project or anything too hard to do, but I like to do these simple ones as well as the other ones like the bottle lamp, because just a simple idea like this could spark ideas for other crafters out there. Even that, like if you guys have ideas and they're simple, just, join the Facebook group, drop them in the comments and give out ideas, and maybe we can all come together in a nice little community and really get bigger ideas to happen from just simple ideas like this. To get started, we're going to have our base this way today, and it's because we're going to cut it from about right here. It's actually like an indent on this glass bottle I have, and we're going to cut it there just underneath the indent so it can sit flat. And let's measure this out. Looks good about right there. We're going to tighten our base so it doesn't move. It's very secure. And before we start scoring the bottle, as always, like I like to remind you guys, is before you get started with your projects, make sure you have hot water or some water boiling so it's super hot, and then you also have some ice cold water in the freezer, so when you bring them out and you're done with the score, you dip it and it really separates the glass without any effort from you after that. So your left hand, as always, will go to the back of the bottle, or whatever hand is closest to the base. It's really keeping the bottle in place and steady. Your right hand's the one putting the pressure and turning the bottle towards you for one revolution, one score around the bottle. And I know people's been having some bad luck with their bottles and they're just like not coming out the way they're hoping to. Keep in mind that's because you're possibly putting too much pressure down on the bottle. So just light pressure, medium amount of pressure. Don't put a lot of force. It's not supposed to like cut the bottle. It's just gonna make a score so it'll separate the glass. If you put too much pressure, you're not hitting all the points at the right pressure, so it's cracking the glass in different areas, weakening it. So when you dip it, then the bottle separates real funny. So here we go. Just a little pressure and turn it towards you. You heard it jump in that score. And as you can see, we got a nice straight score all the way around. And let's see how this one separates. Looks like this bottle is already starting to crack funny, but hopefully it doesn't. Everything else looks pretty clean. So I'm gonna get my hot water, my cold water, and I'll be right back. All right, everyone, so here's my hot boiling water here, and here's my ice cold water. And I'm going to dip it side to side. And sometimes it doesn't separate on the first shot, but give it some time. You're gonna wanna dip it in the cold water first. I seem to have better luck with cold water first and then go to the hot water. To me, it just separates better. I'm not even sure why, but it seems to separate a lot easier doing that. You wanna give it in there a couple seconds, 5-10 seconds, whatever you wanna count to, but just make sure the whole score is submerged in water. And of course you can tilt it over and turn it if necessary if you don't have a deep enough container, but try to get deep ones for this project. So just a couple seconds, 5-10 seconds, and then you switch over to the other side. And the water will do all the work. You don't need to try to break it apart. Just make sure the whole score is submerged in both the hot water and the cold water. And you shouldn't have to put a lot of pressure, like try to separate it yourself. It should separate it automatically. Just keep it in the water 5-10 seconds, and then you want to go to the other water. The water does all the work. You don't have to worry about putting pressure and trying to separate the glass yourself. It should help you separate very easily. Just go back and forth as much as needed and it will separate. Sometimes for me it takes 4 or 5 times going back and forth until it actually separates, but when it separates on that first shot, it's very nice. You can hear it crackling a little bit, getting ready to separate. And there we go. A nice clean cut. And then of course you want to get your sandpaper and sand down those sides right there, because you want to make sure all the sharp edges are off. Just sand it down. I like to use this technique where you just put the glass down and then you just turn it. So I found out too, when you're doing beer bottles, something like these darker ones, you need to do a little lighter pressure than you would normally do for a wine bottle. It helps just getting a clean score on there without cracking the glass. If you put as much pressure as you would do with the wine bottle, then you will get funny chips and it won't separate correctly like this. Then you want to get your sandpaper and just clean up the sides just a little bit. There you go. Put it down, and we got our toothbrush stand. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. You know, it's simple, it's fun. I'm pretty sure it's informative, especially for the beer bottles, because I've seen a lot of people having bad luck with that. So like I said, just, you know, light pressure on this, a little less than you would do with the wine bottle, and it will really separate the right way. Don't forget, link is in the description below to buy your own bottle cutter, and join our Facebook group, subscribe and like, and don't forget to comment. You have a question, feel free to ask. I'm willing to help out. One of us are willing to help out. The other members, I'm sure, are willing to help out. You know, we're a great community. Join the Facebook, like us on Instagram, and as always, until next time. Take care.